I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes. I just finished a speaking engagement and being a panelist on for an organization based out of California, and they had an event on domestic violence, and so they wanted me to share my story. And I just want to say that a lot of times when we hear the word domestic violence, we associate it with physical, where you can see the actual scars. But there's psychological abuse that we don't even consider. We don't even consider it as being psychological abuse. And as I, continue to do the work and to continue to be transparent, that's exactly what I went through. The psychological abuse, never physical, never physical. And I know for a fact, as I continue to get messages and emails and stories, and these are from wives and girlfriends whose loved ones are still incarcerated. However, they are inflicting psychological abuse, right? So I want you guys to really, really get this, man. I don't care about if you're 11. I don't care about that. But you cannot love a person more than you love yourself. You can't. You can't. And a lot of times, again, we dismiss domestic violence because we can't see the actual scars. We can't see the black eye. We can't see the bruise on the arm. But we cannot dismiss psychological abuse. And I'm gonna, y'all know me. I'm gonna put it out there because I never considered that is what I was going through. I never considered psychological abuse as a form of domestic violence. I never considered that, y'all, until I started digging in it and seeing how it messed up my head, it messed up my thinking, it messed up my focus. And so many of you guys are going through the same thing. You're living in a house or you're in a relationship with somebody who is just messing your head up. Again, I can't say how many times, I can't tell you guys how many times I've heard, I'm losing myself. I was happier when he was in prison. I was happier. If you allow a man who is incarcerated to inflict psychological domestic abuse on you and he's incarcerated, can you only imagine what will happen when he get out? And let me tell y'all something. I never say and I never share this to say, leave your man, leave your man. But I will say this. If you are in a domestic violence relationship, whether physical or psychologically, yes, I say leave your man. Yes, I say leave your man. Yes, I say it. I had some notes here, and it says men who kill their female partners usually dominate them first, sometimes without physical violence. And this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so this is why this organization had this event. And I just wanted to pop in and share because I know a lot of people. It may not be physical, but sometimes the mental pain of it, you almost want to say, just hit me and just let's get it over with. Just hit me. Don't mess up my head, but just hit me. So I wanted to pop in and say that. And I want you guys to consider that, right? Men who kill their female partners usually dominate them first, sometime without physical violence. And I'm going to tell you something. The last time, and at the end of our relationship and right before the divorce, the aggression was there. The aggression was there. The bullying was there. And Kevin said to me, you know, I would never hit you. I don't know nothing. I'm sure Melinda Corona didn't expect to end up in the trunk of a car with 3 bullet holes in her. So I don't know nothing. I'm sure Jessica Valdez didn't expect to lay in a coma for 4 days and die on the 5th day, leaving 6 children behind. So we gotta really look at the signs. We gotta stop painting those red flags white. We have to. And sometimes loving some person that is incapable of loving us back will get us killed. So I wanted to share that. You know, if you're in a psychological abuse, domestic violent relationship, if he's controlling, I'm telling you guys, I just want you guys to be aware and know the signs and be your own rescue. Be your own rescue. I had to become my own rescue in order to get out of this. I had to just stop waiting on him to change, waiting on him to go to therapy, waiting on him to realize just how bad he hurt me, and then seeing how he hurt me, he may change. I had to be willing to say enough is enough and become my own rescue. Yeah. And so it is with some of you guys. You're in these relationships, you're miserable. You're so unhappy. And you never consider that what he does, although he's locked behind prison walls, he messing up your head. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are in a domestic violent relationship. Again, when we hear the word, and I have to admit, I never considered all of the forms of domestic violence. Financially is a form of domestic violence. Social media can be a form of domestic violence. All of this. But I want to encourage you, or if you are in any form of domestic violent relationship, you got to do something. You got to do something. And let me tell you something, y'all. Y'all know sometimes I don't talk for a long time, but when I talk, I talk. Stop worrying about what people say. Stop worrying about what other people say. This is your life. Some people don't understand why I filed for divorce. Some people don't understand, oh, well, you and your husband. Let me tell you something. This is my life. And a lot of you guys are hanging on based on you don't want the opinions based on the opinions of others, how it will affect you. You're caring about more about what they gonna say. What they gonna say? I held him down for 10 years and now I'm gonna divorce him. What they gonna say? I held him down for 20 years and he got out and he, did this stuff. Stop worrying about what people say. Man, I can't tell y'all everything that was said when I filed for divorce. I can't tell y'all everything that was said. But it didn't matter to me because this is my life. Right? So I just want you guys, whatever you do, be true to you. Be true to you. Be true to you before you be true to them. Be true to you. If they are psychologically abusing you, and one guy on the panel, he did 22 years. He said just recently his wife set him down. And she had been holding all of this stuff inside because she didn't want to confront him. She didn't know how to tell him, but it just got to the point where she couldn't deal with it no more. She set him down and she told him about his tone. She told him about his aggression. She told him about, all of this stuff. And he said, I didn't even realize this was happening. He said, so a lot of things that Miss Bruno shared, I understand. I can relate to it because my wife just had this conversation with me last week. So a lot of times they're not even aware of it. And we don't want to talk to them about it because we don't want to, I don't want to upset him. I don't know if he's dealing with, he in prison, I don't want to upset him. Okay, you better upset him. Because if you don't, he's going to upset you. You got to tell them, look, no more. You will no longer psychologically abuse me. No more. If you call me and you talk stupid to me, if you call me and you want to know where I am every minute of the day, that's psychological abuse. And the deal is, we be trying to report. We don't even want to go to the restroom without our phone because if he called and I miss his call, he going to go off and this, that, and that. Take your life back. Let me tell y'all something. Come on, y'all. We can love who we love. But we also need to educate them on what, they're doing wrong. If your man is causing you some mental health issues, then you need to bring that to his attention. And not only bring it to his attention, let him know I will no longer live my life like this. I was thinking about today. I had something going on. And I had to really say, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. Don't accept don't tolerate how does it say? Do not accept what you shouldn't tolerate or something like that. Don't accept it. Don't accept it. Yeah. Again, in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I just felt like I just did this, the speaking on a panelist. And I had to come on and tell you guys, that all domestic violence is not physical. And if you are experiencing psychological abuse, you have to confront that. And you have to confront the abuser. And I want to tell you something else. It was one lady on the panel list who went to prison at 19. She had a 35-year sentence because she killed her husband, who was very, very abusive to her. He would abuse her, then he'd buy her a gift. Abuse her, buy her another gift. And at 19, she shot him twice and killed him, right? And so again, we have to look at this stuff. We have to look at this stuff because the system is all not, it's not always on our side. As a domestic violence victim, we have to justify and we have to prove why we killed him or whatever. And then defending ourselves could lead us, could lead us to prison. Could lead us to prison. So I just want you guys to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay? I just had to pop in tonight. I hadn't been on in a minute. Tanika Nicole. Yeah, she said, I took my life back. Absolutely. Zena, I have my life. Absolutely. Yeah. Conscious, you're welcome, baby. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm telling you guys, again, we love who we love. Love who we love. No one could have told me in 2014, April the 26th, when I stood in that room and did my wedding vows, that I would be divorced in 2017. Nobody could have told me that. You couldn't. You just couldn't. Nobody could have told me that. But again, I chose me. I chose me. I could no longer live in an environment that was polluted. And you guys have heard me say this before. Prior to getting married, wasn't nothing missing, lacking, broken, needed in my life. Nothing. And then to get married, and then within 2 years, it became chaotic. I signed up to love you. I signed up to support you, even to be submissive to a point. But I did not sign up for abuse. Ain't what I signed up for. And I just want to encourage you guys. If you guys hear anything about, she talking about leave your husband, leave your husband. Look, get it from the horse's mouth. I didn't say leave your husband, but I will say if your husband is abusive, leave your husband. Nah, that I'll tell you. That I'll tell you. And don't fall for the, I would never. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Because your last action I didn't even think you would go this far. So I don't know what you're capable of doing. I don't know what's happening in your mind, but what I won't be is a victim. What I won't be is a statistic. So stop playing with your lives. You guys stop playing with your lives. Stop playing with your lives. Anyway, I love you guys. I gotta go. I just wanted to say that, in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Please know that domestic violence is not just physical. It's not. I had some mental scars where all I wanted was sleeping pills and a glass of wine. That's all I wanted. Right? But I did the work on me. I sought the help that I needed to get past that, to get over that. So, you guys, don't you take no abuse from nobody. Don't take that abuse. And educate your loved one. If they are talking crazy and sending you through all of this unnecessary hell, just let them know you're abusing me. Let them know, do you know this is a form of domestic violence? And I guarantee that I ain't hit you. You ain't got to hit me, my brother. The scars are there. The scars are there. But as I always say, take your life back. If taking your life back means getting a divorce, take your life back. I ain't advocating, divorce, whatever. But what I am advocating is any type of domestic violence, if they're not willing to seek the help that they need, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, y'all, I got to go. But I just wanted to pop in. And I've been MIA, y'all. Yes, I have. But I've been working. I'm working on a super huge program, huge reentry program. And I'm just working so I can get it out, so I can begin to target prisons and target reentry programs to put this program, make this reentry program where they actually have work. You got to do the work. You can't just talk about it. You can't just talk about reentry. You got to do the work. And so this is what I'm working on. A 15-module program that deals with the head, which is the mental part. The heart, which is the empathy, to soften up their heart, to help them to communicate better. And then lastly, the last 5 modules deals with the hand, talking about job search and soft skills and anything that has to deal with employment. So I'm working to push that out, right? But most importantly is that head piece. And I'm also going to have an online program with this. And they will not be able to go to the next module unless they complete the first 5 modules that deals with the head. And you know what? I'm also finding out that, those who are currently incarcerated and released, some of them want to know. They want to know because they know, I've been in this jungle. I've been in this environment and I've adapted some of those behaviors. I know that I have. And they want to change. But inside, they're not being given the tools to do so. So in their defense, I get it. And so that's why I'm working on this program. And I guarantee you, if they do the work, they will get the results. And I guarantee if it's a couple, if you guys do the work together, you'll get the results. Okay. So it's 10 o'clock on my end, y'all. I got to lay it down, got to rise up early in the morning, but I just wanted to pop in and say, as always, I love you guys. I want you guys to take care of yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself, and don't wait on nobody else to rescue you. You are your own rescue. You just have to make up in my mind, enough is enough, and I'm not going to settle for it. I don't deserve it, and I'm not going to tolerate it. Yeah. And you can, and look, you can lay that down without even talking about divorce. Just ain't gonna tolerate it. Okay? So I'll holler at y'all next time when I decide I need to pop on here and holler at y'all. All right? God bless y'all. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.